part of my New Year's resolution, I'm trying to be more intentional about what I eat and making things at home or from scratch if I can, or at least as much as I can. And so I've fallen for the trend of sourdough. Whoop. So I just finished making my starter. She's looking pretty good so far. I just finished making it. So, you know, there's nothing like crazy happening yet. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be 100% whole wheat. So I just did a 1-to-1 ratio of whole wheat flour and water. And so we'll see tomorrow what it looks like. Hi friends, currently on my way to go get a body scan done. Since it's the beginning of the year, thought it would be a good idea for me to at least have like a clear picture of where I am physically before I start my fitness journey. Of course, like looking at the scale can tell me one thing. I can do all the measurements, you know, myself, but this body scan is definitely going to tell me a lot more than I would be able to do at home. So I'm hoping that I can do this one and then maybe in 6 months go back, depending on how the results are and just like the overall experience. I've never done this before, so this is going to be pretty interesting, to say the least. Kind of hoping they let me record while I'm in there, but we'll see. We'll see. I definitely chickened out. And I didn't ask if I could record. It was just a giant x-ray that you just lay down on. Less scary than what's at the doctor's office. But I should get my results by end of day today, which I think that's pretty fast. But even as I was like getting my stuff, you can see like the images on the screen, which was kind of cool. So I'm excited to see what that says, because I think that'll also help with tailoring my overall like wellness plan for the year. Yes, I'll be working out, but then also like what foods and stuff I should probably stay away from if I need to, because there are just a couple things that I already do want to keep an eye on, but then if there's other things that I should be looking at, then I'll incorporate that as well. So now I'm going to go back home to finish the rest of my resets. I just got home from the body scan and I already have the results. That's actually kind of crazy because my appointment ended less than 30 minutes ago. Well, right, so it goes through what my total mass is, which is how much I weigh currently, total body fat percentage, how much fat tissue I have in pounds, lean tissue in pounds, bone mineral content, my resting metabolic rate, which is something I really did want to know. Some of this other stuff I don't really understand, but the two most important things was my body fat percentage and then my resting metabolic rate. That's 1,273 calories a day. The cost is pretty reasonable, like less than $60 for the scan. You can easily find a promo code somewhere if you're looking for one. And then how fast it was. Even if you get it done once a year, I'm planning to do at least twice a year. Yeah, I think this is definitely helpful. And also, why doesn't your normal doctor's visit do this? But I think this part is cool. Happy Monday. It was a very early start to the day with going to the gym and all that. I know I didn't get footage, but if you follow me on Instagram and you see my stories, you'll know that I was going. But now I am trying to get more organized with everything. So yesterday was all kind of like the meal prepping and planning out the different meals that we're gonna have for the week. Trying not to be like too overly planned tomorrow's my birthday. It doesn't feel like it's my birthday, but it's my birthday. But one of the big words for 2025 is just being organized, being intentional, but then keeping it as simple and easy as possible, because I do know that I have a habit of overcomplicating things sometimes. Sometimes it's great to be like super detailed, but then sometimes it's to the point where like I'm losing time because I'm spending so much time like trying to make it work or figuring out a system that works versus just like doing the thing. So that's something that I am working on now, with this being my first, I'm gonna say like true day being back at work. Last week was very easy. Apple just released like a new integration between the reminder and calendar app, which took them long enough. So now I can have like my to-do list and add it to my calendar and like see it all in one. I tried doing it in Google, didn't really like it. Tried Notion. Notion started to get like super complicated because of kind of how I wanted it to be, and then it doesn't really integrate with my calendar that well. I tried the Notion calendar thinking that would be like a good middle ground. It wasn't. So going to try the Apple Calendar and reminder integration, see how that works for me. But it will be all of my to-do list, whether it's for life, work, or content, and then sync that to the calendar so then I can see all my calendars in one spot, and then of course like it's on my phone at all times. I'm still doing my digital planning with my iPad, so I use a Good Notes planner, and so what I'll do each week is like plan out my week, kind of review what's in my reminder app, which will be nice because then I can just add in like all the things as I remember it. Then plan out my week on the iPad, plan out my day on the iPad, including like time blocking everything, and then match my calendar to that. I'm trying not to get like too overly planned with things, because of course like each day will change, but I want to still give myself flexibility and not feel like I have to follow this like very rigid plan, which then if you don't follow it, you start to feel bad and then you don't feel motivated to do it anymore. So I'm doing that now. I still have to create a system for the content piece, but one step at a time. If I can have my life and work organized, then I can like sit down and figure out the content piece. So now it's time to work.